Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones mod Let's Play. So, in the previous episode, we were continuing to work on Breakstone Hill here. I didn't mean to zoom in nearly that closely. So we're... Actually, no, sorry, Arendelle. We were working on Arendelle. I believe we captured Arendelle. And so we're continuing to work on this area, is what I intended to say. And our brother Rook, decided that he deserved some land. And we thought, no, you really don't. So we declined him. He really hates me now. We got the Tyrant trait because of it. But yeah, he hated me a lot, quite a lot before that. You can see he's at minus 100 now. I think he's beyond minus 100. That's just the maximum negative value that you can hit. But 30 of that was denied the title. Apparently the broken title promise isn't helping either at 25. But yeah, so he didn't like us before. He wasn't loyal to us at all before. We had no interest in giving him anything, and so when he came asking, we obviously told him no, because we would have had to give up either Last Hearth, Weeping Bay, or White Harbor, which we very recently came by. So we said no, and we're going to continue to work on claiming all these. Once we've done that, we're going to set our sights on the Dreadfort and the Boltons, and basically solidify our hold on everything to the east of, like, right here. So it'll basically be the Starks on this part, and then the Raventrees on this part. So let's get the clock started here, and while we're doing that, I would just like to remind you guys to hit that like button if you're enjoying the series so far and you'd like to see more Crusader Kings 2. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow and the best way to follow along with our Crusader Kings 2 series. So, let's see. Council's looking good. Laws, we weren't messing with. Actually, we were. Or somebody was. That may not be me. Intrigue, right. We were trying to assassinate our brother after his little demand for land there. Looks like we're at 92%. That's not bad. We're also backing this plot to kill Walton Castle. I don't recall backing that one, but whatever. I don't even honestly know who Walton Castle is. And then we're working on the claim for Breakstone Hill. I believe we have, what, 1, 2 territories left there, and the rest of these are held by a different lord. Yeah, so they've already been claimed by the High Lordship of Wolfswood. So basically 1, 2, 3 is all we got over there, and then there is, oh look, we broke away from the Kingdom of the Iron Throne. Lord Harlan, the realm is in a state of war, and as such, I, your liege Lord Paramount, command that you provide men to support my armies. This is, of course, Roose Stark. We can support the throne. We will join King Viserys III in his offensive wars. I'd prefer not to. I will not concern myself. So we would stay neutral. The Lord Paramount is also neutral, so he would like that. Or I could say that the rebels' cause is just. I'm not going to bother with it. So we'll actually gain a little bit of relationship with our lord there, and what do you know? He's going to offer me the seat of commander. I will accept. Oh, my castle town has been built. Both of them, in fact. So, he looks like he's disbanding his faction. That means we have a castle town here now. And it doesn't look like... we could actually afford private farms, which would give us a small income bump. And then we finished the one in White Harbor. Which, let's see, what's our income at now? Only 5, really. I thought we'd get a much higher bump than that, because the castle town was plus 1.5 and we just finished 2 of them, so I thought we'd get a considerable boost from it, but it doesn't look like we did. Or maybe it just hasn't registered yet. That's entirely possible as well. It went up a little bit. Went up 0.4. I'll take it. I'll take any little bit. What's going on in Torrens Square here? Huh. Apparently Torrens Square is its own little kingdom now. My liege, I write to you with bad news from Carhold. My efforts to squeeze some extra taxes out of the peasants. So they're upset a little bit. Not a huge deal. 5% of nothing is basically nothing. Lord Duncan seems to be very interested in the garments some of the courtiers are wearing. So he's fashionable. I'm okay with that, I guess. I don't really care. Not my son. I was just trying to get a little bit of a relationship boost with him. Oh no, syphilis in Whitford. That's not good. Speaking of which, who else were we working on? I believe it was his son, Winton. Are we no longer? I thought we were his guardian. Let's see. Will they allow me to take over? Okay, we'll do that. And who's my heir currently? It is, of course, Lord Callan, who didn't become as good a character as I'd hoped. He's a brilliant steward, though, and he is quick. He will gladly accept. I mean, you're in my dungeon. What choice do you have? He's actually starting to come around. His relationship is not that bad with us. Let's see. What are you offering me now? Seneschal. Okay. I guess. I mean, I'd prefer... No, I guess that's fine. I mean, I don't really care as long as we stay on the court. Or on the council, I should say. So it looks like he moved us from what we were before, like Master at Arms. Let's see. He's already got a daughter. That was through his first wife. Who's his new wife? Because we did kill the old one, of course. Let's see. Lady Demaray of Weeping Bay, who's, oh god, an even worse character than the previous one. He's got a real eye for women, apparently, because she was bad. The new one is even worse. Look at that. Although she's only 15, so it is possible, excuse me, that her stats will jump up based on the final trait that she gets. But not gonna hold my breath there. He is her guardian, which seems like a very strange relationship, but I'm not one to judge. Let's see. If I put him under house arrest, he might like me a little bit more. We might be able to turn this around, since I don't really benefit from exiling him or anything. So we'll put him under house arrest, and we'll see if that changed. No, still minus 60. My domain is too big. Apparently we're hoarding titles with all three of them. Short reign, okay, that's understandable. He's in prison, that's minus 30. He's a claimant on our title, which is minus 20. Huh, it's no big secret Lord Kriegard is after my job as Castellan, but he did surprise me when he asked me for outright help. Should I really teach Lord Kriegard the secrets of my trade, only to make it easier for him to steal my position as Castellan in Lord Paramount Roos's court? Well, let's see. He's somewhat fond of us. He's the Lord of Deep Down. Might be a potential friend and ally there. Interesting. The thing is, I can't really get him to willingly join me. And so, it doesn't really benefit me to be friends with him because I'm going to have to go to war with him regardless. If I want to claim this under, you know, the high lordship of Carhold, I have to conquer it. I can't get him to just join me. So, yeah, I don't really see any reason why I should help him. Or become friends with him, for that matter. So we're going to become rivals instead, because that gives me plenty of justification for attacking him. In fact, I may even be able to use the blood feud to circumvent any claim I would need on this. I could possibly do it through just bloody revenge or whatever it's called, which would be interesting and a little bit more expedient than doing it the other way. Let's see. Okay, I still don't have a valid reason. Well, how is this coming along? 102%. So why hasn't it happened yet? Let's see, he's still my prisoner. He's been my prisoner for 7 years now. That seems like a really long time. Right, we were looking at what his relationship with us was. So if I let him out of prison, that'll go up by 30 potentially. It depends on... Well, no, it would go up 30. Of course, the fact that he's a claimant and a pretender to my titles is not helping. The tyrant trait that my brother so kindly handed me is not helping. The fact that we're both ambitious is not helping either. I assume that's why he attacked in the first place, was because he was ambitious. I don't know if we can trust him again, but honestly, I don't really see any other option. So we'll let him go. It's going to increase his opinion of me by 50. That won't even put us into the positives, but it'd be a nice start. Okay, and then if I were to give him a gift, no. Let's see, would he be willing to join me? No. It seems so weird plotting to assassinate Rook Raventree. After all, that's the main character in our Clash of Kings series, and the second Lord that we had in this playthrough, but obviously it's not the same person, just the same name. Reports from Carhold is that charity work on our behalf is proceeding well, so we gain some piety for that, which is always nice. And let's see here. We do have a bit of money saved up again, so I'm wondering if there's anything that we can build. Let's see, a barracks would give me 45 troops. Stables would give me 45 cavalry. Huh. Okay. She is an awful character. But since we're not married, he's not really beholden to anybody. And any children that he had with her would be illegitimate to the point where they wouldn't interfere with any sort of claim. So sure, make a move, why not? We'll see what happens. If anything, we'll have a few extra kids that we won't need to give any land to that can help us through, you know, various positions and things. Tomard Glover has been banished. That's an impressive beard there. It goes like all the way up to your eyebrows. It's quite the beard. Apparently he joined the Night's Watch. So we can't, well, we wouldn't want to bring him along anyways. Those stats aren't very good. Okay. He falls in love with her. Oh, looks like we're part of the Iron Throne again. Right, so is there anything here that we might want to build? Private farms would give us a slight tax bonus, so it might be worth doing that. Everything else is going to be purely troops. Let's see. Okay, I don't really care about that. Don't really care about that either. None of these seem to really matter. I'm going to go with private farms in that case, because that, again, will help our income, if only slightly. How is our troop count coming? We're still not at maximum. Still got like 2,600 to go, it looks like. Valeria Graceford has been released, okay. And how many does Lord Medger Bolton? I feel like all of the like the last names have stayed the same for the most part. We have the Boltons, we have the Starks, but all of the first names have switched around. So rather than like Medger Kerwin, we've got Medger Bolton. Rather than Roose Bolton, we've got Roose Stark. So on and so forth. It's just kind of funny. They're playing like musical chairs with first names, basically. They're all naming their sons after other high lords. How is Lord Callan doing here? Still no heir, which might be a good thing. I'd prefer he become the player character before he has a son, because we're gonna ditch her the second we become in control. My liege, my work in Breakstone Hill seems to have come to fruition. Cool, we got our claim. I can't afford it though. I can try accepting it and see what happens. It might take me in. Oh, just takes me into the negative. Okay, we'll make that up fairly soon. I don't understand why I have to be the one to end it. So the Nelsor Raventree blood feud is a black stain in the history of our houses and has caused losses on both sides. Mostly their side. I've gotten the better of them at every turn. With good negotiations, we might be able to reach a conclusion to the end of the animosity between us peacefully. I'm fine with ending it. I just don't like that the game requires me to pay them. If they were willing to pay me, or if it was just like an amicable truce, then fine. But I shouldn't have to give up money for handing them their ass, basically. Let's see. Apparently he is a lord. Okay. So the Embers do still hold territory over by the Foresters there, and the Glovers, and the Branches. I'm going to say never, but I'm going to see if... Let's see, my liege, there's a rumor here in Carhold that one of the local nobles might be corrupt. Handled wisely, this information might be used to implicate one of your enemies here. Then use it as you see fit. What's all this about? I don't care. The Rook for Carhold faction, really? Really, are you going to betray me as well? Because we've seen what happens to traitors. Huh. Storm Singer Torrin of Snowdale decided to not risk upsetting his vassals and confess to the allegations of corruption. It will take some time before his prestige recovers, and I have with me the fine I collected. So we get, oh wow, 1 whole gold. Right, well, what's your deal? I could fire him. That's probably not a great idea. There's nothing I can really do to him right now, but he has been a thorn in my side for a while, because he has been like teetering on betraying me several times now. He hasn't quite done it yet, but he has certainly tried a few times. Okay, so I can take my Justicar and move him to Crow's Edge, if it'll let me. There we go. And we're free to declare war on Breakstone Hill now. So we will go ahead and... Was it not Breakstone Hill? I could have sworn. I thought we just got... Maybe I have to wait a second. What did we just get a claim on? Strong claim on Shadowmoor, Weeping Bay, Breakstone Hill. Okay, so why can't I press said claim? There we go. It was just taking a while. Right, so we've got a few minutes left. We'll get this started. I'm going to call up my levies and only my levies, because they don't really have a chance. What does she have? Well, actually, she's got quite a few men, but we'll be alright. Let's meet in the middle here. She's got about 2,000. Okay, we've got, let's see, Cynical. What's that going to give him? +2 Intrigue? I don't know. Well, at least whoever's choosing his wife actually is somewhat intelligent. She's got pretty decent skills. He's not looking that great, to be fair. But I'll go with that, I guess. I probably shouldn't have, just because anybody outside of my line with intrigue can only plot against me. Unless, of course, he becomes my spy master. But that remains to be seen. So until then, I should probably just make sure nobody has intrigue but me. Let's see, they're already besieging Arendelle. Please stop bothering me. Okay, so there's Duncan all grown up. So he's diligent. Cool. That's a good trait. And we have about 5,000 here. We'll start marching into Breakstone Hill. And then from there, we'll feint toward Arendelle to draw them off the territory. And then we'll just continue to besiege Breakstone Hill. Uh-oh. Harmon has grayscale. Sorry, pal. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, so we just need to make sure we get here before they take this, which it looks like they're nearly halfway. Okay, we need to feint in this direction. They will get away before we get there. 27th of December. Yeah. So basically, 27th of December, they get out of there. We stop. Bingo. So now they have to start all over in Shadowmoor. Okay. I don't know how they did that so quickly. We'll close these. And yeah, they've got to start from scratch here. Meanwhile, we can just assault this as soon as it allows us. Because we have them outnumbered like nearly 5-1, if not slightly more than that. Let's see. Okay. We'll just wait for that. Non-aggression pact between Jarell Dustin and Adarian Tallheart has dissolved. Not really any of my concern. I wonder if this will finish before that finishes. It looks like it will. So maybe we'll just wait it out then. Because there's really no reason to risk losing men if, you know, we can just wait this out. My only concern is that, you know, if they finish this first, they would get enough war score to possibly offset this slightly to the point where we wouldn't just like one-shot the war score, but if we finish first, I don't think that'll be an issue. Let's see. I think we can get rid of all these. Hopefully the Aztecs aren't going to take over Westeros. I just find that very, very amusing. Okay. We can close those as well. And it looks like we'll finish this before the end of the episode, if only just. Wow, lots of bandits outside the siege, or raiding the siege camps, isn't there? Kind of annoying. Let's see. No more pauses. Riding this one out. Cool, our farms are done. We'll have to earn some more money and see where we can spend it. So Ramsgate had a change of hands. The war is over. That only got us 85%, but she's going to surrender. Let's see. I will accept your surrender. And she is going to join the Night's Watch. That's interesting. Okay, so we claimed that. We'll have to give this title to somebody, of course. But that will be reserved for the next episode. So feel free to make any suggestions as to who deserves Breakstone Hill. Obviously, we need to give it to somebody. We're not going to give it to Rook Raventree because he is a traitor and a bastard. But had he not done what he did, we might have considered him. But otherwise, we'll look at everybody else. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.